guys, how's it going? And welcome to lesson 3 of the lockdown lessons. Today we're going to be looking at a technique of using a plectrum, and we've got a few exercises as well. We want to be able to play both with our plucking fingers, and also want to be able to play with the plectrum too. Mainly just because this gives us a couple of different options in regards to sounds and styles and things that we can do in the bass. It's like a painter adding another colour to his palette. We want to have as much to work with as we possibly can, especially when it comes to recording and working with different musicians. We've got to try and find ways to fit into the situation and to hopefully always try and make whatever we're working on better than before we got there. So it's a great thing to have down. So I hold the plectrum between my thumb and my first finger and just have a small edge poking out just like that, and then just a wrist movement to attack the string. It's not like an acoustic guitar where we're doing big strums like that. We want to be really accurate and just playing the string, the very note that we're looking for. Okay? And we're wanting to have a downstroke and an upstroke. There may be times where playing a downstroke only is suitable, but we'll come to that later on. But for now, I want to practice that alternate picking. It's the same with the fingers, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It just means that we're making the most of our movements. So we're gonna do C major scale, which we worked on last week. Hope you guys got on okay with that. And we'll play it on the 8th fret on the E string. And what we're gonna look to do with the alternate picking is go down, up on the second note, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? We want to make sure that we've got that alternate picking up and down. And we can so start off nice and slow and work that up to speed. So we're going to look at an exercise today for practicing with the plectrum and for practicing that alternate picking. So we'll start with just doing the major scale with the alternate picking. If you want to start slower than that, we can do that. And after we've got mastered that and we've got that down and built it up to speed, we're going to play 2 attacks per note. So we're going to go up, down, or down, up, even on each note. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so it's just getting used to and another thing that I mentioned while we're doing this is the muting. Because we don't have our thumb, we want to just use that part of our hand there just to mute on the strings. So same thing that we're doing with our finger technique. We're just making sure that there's no strings ringing out and things like that and spoiling our nice playing. So we're going to look at doing 3 attacks on each note. So we're going to go down, up, down, and so on. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. always making sure that we start these exercises slow, because it's not about how fast we can do them, it's about making sure that we're nailing it when we do it. And you can eventually build up the speed as we go, and that will just come with practice and time and muscle memory as well. So try that. And now we're going to take it one step further, and we're going to do 4 attacks per note. So it'll be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Take that one away and have a go at that, and just get used to that feeling and working on that alternate picking, because that's something that we might not always do, but it's something that is really important to have down as a basis, because we'll be able to play all those really nice fast lines and things, but with a plectrum for a different texture and tone. But as I mentioned before, we're not always going to use that alternate picking. Sometimes for certain styles, we're going to use more like just a down stroke. It's great for that kind of rock. All down strokes, attacking the string quite hard. So that's all, rather than doing the alternate picking. We're going. And I'm sure that you can hear that that's just much more authentic, that sound, as opposed to doing the alternate picking on that line. But like I say, it's good to be able to do both, because there'll be times where, like if you're playing like a funk line with a plectrum, there's one that has a 16th note feel, and you play all of the notes, the 16th. Okay? But there's a lot more muting going on with this hand, and it goes. Okay. Another great thing about the plectrum is for styles like punk rock, heavy metal, rock music, loads of these genres, the bass player uses a plectrum. It's a great way to get a real attack to cut through a mix, especially when there's lots of big, heavy, loud guitars going on. It adds a bit of a percussive kind of feel to it as well. It's great for doing rolling bass lines, like. There's a few exercises about getting used to playing with the plectrum. We'll see you guys next week. Next week we're actually going to be learning our first song, which is Figure It Out by Royal Blood, and that indeed uses a plectrum. We can look at it with and without a plectrum, but I think that if we can, we'll try and get this down and we'll play the song like it's meant to sound. So good luck, and we'll see you guys next week. See ya.